The definition of witchcraft in the Bible. This is a loaded comment because we have to go to the original sources, the language and the culture references, as well as the historical background. If you are talking about the King James Bible, the King James Bible is heavily doctored, not just from the language, but also the meaning of the word witchcraft, being that King James had an agenda against witches. But before he spearheaded the witch trials and how all of these witches and wizards and healers, really just healers, unalived, he wrote a book about demonology. This is before he had the Bible converted into English. So the meaning of witchcraft can mean several different things. If you look in the book of Revelations and Galatians, we have a form of witchcraft or sorcery known as pharmakia, and pharmakia has 3 brackets of sorcery, if you will, and this is where we get our modern medicine from. So if you are using any pharmaceuticals of any kind, then you are indeed using witchcraft. You can go and research this for yourself. And if you are a little too lazy, which a lot of Christians, I was one, lazy. I was very passionate, but I was lazy too. I didn't dig deep. I didn't study and research for myself. But if you are lazy, you can find all of this information with sources so you can go research it further for yourself. In my latest book, The Bible's Hidden Divination of Magic, and the journal. The journal will help you document all of your discoveries and make researching and keeping notes easy. So when you're talking about the biblical definition of witchcraft, we have to know which type of witchcraft you're talking about. When we're talking about biblical definition of witchcraft, we have to know which type of witchcraft you're referring to. We do have the form of witchcraft using herbs to heal, but also herbs to kill. We have forms of witchcraft that uses necromancy. We have forms of witchcraft that are healing people, healing the sick, healing the blind, the deaf, the mute. That sounds like miracles of Jesus, right? And the apostles, right? Did you know that there were documents of Jesus with a wand, Jesus with a staff? You know the story of Jesus spitting on mud, putting the clay on the man's eyes, and reciting an incantation? Yeah, that's a form of witchcraft. And let's talk about the cross, blood magic. Let's talk about the entire Bible from the Old Testament to the New Testament, a book of blood magic. Blood divination, I talk about that in this book. The high priest, the Day of Atonement, all about witchcraft. So let's revisit the idea of biblical definition of witchcraft.